Today I've put every single Hall of Fame NBA player into one league together. In total, 147 players spread across 19 different teams makes up our league. And trust me, these teams, they are loaded. I mean, obviously, they're all Hall of Famers, duh. I went chronologically through the list of basketball Hall of Fame players and grouped together anywhere between 2 and 6 Hall of Fame classes to build rosters of 6 to 9 players. That'll make more sense as I showcase the rosters to you. All you need to know is that from 1959 to 2024, every single Hall of Fame class is represented. Also note, I only included players on these teams, not contributors, coaches, or referees. Additionally, I only used NBA players, not guys who strictly played overseas or collegiate Hall of Famers. Long story short, we've got 19 Hall of Fame squads plus 1 bonus team ready to do battle here today. Let's get to it. And where better to start than with the OG team, the 1959 through 1973 Hall of Fame classes all smushed together. It is only 7 players in total, including George Mikan, who was inducted in 1959, the very first player ever in the Basketball Hall of Fame from the NBA. This is an example of how I built each team. I started with Mikan and the boys from 1959, and to get a 7-man rotation, I had to go all the way through to 1973. Then I went through the whole list of Hall of Famers and did just that. Now it makes sense, right?
Doesn't really matter.
The next team of OGs, I mean, it looks pretty good. Bill Russell, Elgin Baylor, Bill Sharman, Cliff Hagan. That's a really good starting 5 with 3 bench pieces. They could make something happen. I also wanted to show off a category of teams I'm calling sneaky deep. I didn't expect them to look this good in 2K. 2011 through 2012, Reggie Miller and Chris Mullin. I don't know if they're either are like an alpha for this team. They're not the top end talent of some of these other teams, but look at how deep they are. Definitely too many big men. We'll see about their rotation. Also sneaky deep. Wow. 2017 through 18, my boy Steve Nash, T-Mac, Jason Kidd, a few legendary point guards there. Grant Hill, Ray Allen. I would say, oh, my boy Dino Radja. Yeah, I think I'm rooting for this team right here. 2021 and 2022. Again, not the top end talent of some teams you will see here, but again, very deep. They should have a good starting 5, a few bench pieces, including the 6-man god Manu Ginobili. From those teams that lack the top end talent but are deep, we move to a few teams that, well, they've got top end talent and not a whole lot else. Inducted in 1995 and 1996, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, George Gervin, David Thompson. It does fall off, as you can see here. Only 6 players on this team. I don't know. Can Kareem carry? Only 6 players from 2002 through 2004, 2 per season, but it included Magic, Drexler, James Worthy, Robert Parrish, Drazen Petrovic. I don't know if they've got enough depth. Same goes for 2006 through 2008. This team, dude, Hakeem, Dominique, Charles Barkley. Wow. All 6 players are 90 plus overall, but they have no bench. Oh man, Hakeem, you're gonna have to play 48 minutes, buddy. 2015 through 16, Shaq, AI, JoJo White, Dikembe Mutombo, Yao, RIP Dikembe. This team, they're deep enough. Maybe they shouldn't have been in this category, but definitely the top end talent. None of those teams, though, and I've showed quite a few, can compete on paper with this handful. Dude, these teams are so loaded. Wilt Chamberlain was inducted in 1979. Then came Oscar Robertson, Jerry West, Jerry Lucas, Willis Reed, just an entire era, like the best players. They are all on this team, 79 through 82. They're going to be good. Flash forward to 1997 through 2001. This is basically the entire 1980s. Larry Bird, Moses Malone, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin McHale, Bob McAdoo, who always simulates well. They have top end talent. They are deep. This team's amazing. You knew we'd get to this team eventually. 2009 and 2010, aka Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, as well John Stockton and Karl Malone. Throw a little David Robinson, Dennis Johnson in there. This team might wreck the video. But wait, not to be outdone, 10 years later, kind of crazy how that happened. Kobe Bryant inducted, of course, in 2020. Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan. Yeah, that's a big 3. Also incredibly stacked, our most recent 2 Hall of Fame classes, 2023-2024, Dirk, D. Wade, Vince Carter, Tony Parker, Chauncey Billups. Yo, this team might be recency bias, but they kind of stupidly loaded, plus Dick Barnett. Are you kidding me? Gosh, that team goes so hard. And as I mentioned a few times, we have 19 Hall of Fame squads. That's how me dividing the players worked, but I wanted a 20th team just to make things round and even. So I also built a team of Hall of Fame snubs. Now, these are players who are eligible to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. I went down in order from Basketball Reference. They have a Hall of Fame probability, and these were the first 8 names I saw. Shaw, Penny, Amari Stoudemire, Sean Marion, Jermaine O'Neal. I mean, the team looks pretty good. They can definitely compete, and maybe these dudes should be in the Hall. There's a couple other teams I haven't showed yet. We'll see if we get to them in the playoffs, but let me know, which Hall of Fame class team do you think might win this video? Okay, all right, MVP of our league, Oscar Robertson. Not exactly surprising. I mean, 24, 9, and 12. Big O always gets love, but I guess that team 79 through 82, they must have simulated real well. Makes sense. They were one of the teams that I did call absolutely loaded. Connie Hawkins wins Rookie of the Year. Nice. Connie Hawkins coming from one of the teams I didn't shout out. Patrick Ewing, he was on a team with Hakeem Olajuwon, 6th man of the year. Makes sense. He was coming off the bench. Bill Russell takes home DPOY, of course, one of the OGs. And also from Hakeem Olajuwon's team, Adrian Dantley. So did they simulate well? He won Clutch Player of the Year. All NBA first team, we've got Oscar, Magic, Kareem, Bob Cousy, okay, and Rick Barry. I don't think I showed his squad. David Thompson, Penny Hardaway from our Hall of Fame snubs, Gail Goodrich, Dr. J, and Karl Malone. I do not see Michael Jordan first team or any All-NBA. Wilt, Maurice Stokes, Elgin Baylor, Joe Dumars, and Bill Walton. Okay. No MJ, no Kobe. That's kind of crazy, but we move. Our playoff bracket looks like this, 1 through 16 seeding. It's a little hard to tell. I mean, these years don't mean a ton to us. I see that our Hall of Fame snubs are a 5 seed. Okay, that's interesting. Our 1 seed, though, the original gangsters from 1959 through 73, Bill Russell and the boys, 53 wins. So a lot of parity in this league. 53 wins being the 1 seed. We've got 79 through 82, 75 through all these OGs, the top 3 seeds. 97 through 01, there's our Hall of Fame snubs, winning just shy of 50 games. All right. I mean, it's a lot of years. I know it's a lot to take in here. 92, 93. Wait a second. Missing the playoffs, 2013, 14, 23, 20. Our recent, no. 09, 10. Oh my gosh, no way. Only 4 teams missed the playoffs in our league. One of them, Michael Jordan Karl. Dude, how? They had 7 players. That was enough. That was a good enough rotation. With Michael Jordan, why does he simulates so badly in every video I make? This is actually insane. Also missing the playoffs, I didn't show this team earlier, 1990 and 1991. Tiny Nate Archibald, Dave Cowens. I mean, that's an MVP team right there. Elvin Hayes. Yeah, they weren't good enough. 2013-14, another team I didn't show. I correctly assessed a few of these rosters that wouldn't be good. Alonzo Mourning, Mitch Richmond, Oscar Schmidt, Brazil legend. But Michael Jordan's 2009-10 team and our most recent 2023-24, how did these 2 teams not simulate better? I mean, this team was so deep. Man, that's actually crazy. But anyways, inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1987, Rick Barry leads our league in scoring, just ahead of prime Wilt Chamberlain, prime Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yo, Rick Barry balled out. Dr. J, I didn't show his. Okay, I gotta look at that team here in a second. Dr. J, good season. Big O. You know what? Michael Jordan did finish 6th in the NBA in scoring, so his numbers were okay, but to not make the playoffs, George Mike and Bob Pettit, David Thompson rounding out the top 10. I was not familiar with this team's game. 1992 and 93. Yeah, okay. Dr. J, Bill Walton. Speaking of MVPs, you've got Bob Lanier, Dan Issel, a lot of big men. Connie Hawkins, what did he won? Rookie of the Year, I think. Calvin Murphy, 5+ 90 overalls. No, sorry, that's 6 90+ overalls is what I meant to see. I was sleeping on 92, 93. They might make a run because we are into the playoffs. 1 through 16 seeds. I really feel like anything can happen because all 16 teams are really, really good. Let's get to it. Okay, on the right side of our playoff bracket, we don't have any game 7s, unfortunately, and looks like, wow, we did have an upset. 2006 beating 2011. We had 1 sweep. No, I was pulling for 2017-18 because of my boy Steve Nash and Dino Raja, who played 30 minutes a night in the playoffs. This team got swept. That's crazy. They were the lower seed, but still disappointing. This series is interesting. A 5-game series upset for 2006 through 2008. Oh, that was Hakeem's team. Okay, they were the underdog. 6-man rotation is hilarious. Hakeem, 32 points in a closeout game 5. Good stuff, buddy. But over on the left side of our bracket, we do have a potential upset. 1959, the OGs against 1995. The old dudes are up 3-2 in the series. It's Kareem's top-heavy squad. Can he force a game 7? Oh, no. Barring a miracle here. I mean, technically, the game's not over. An 8-point game, 30 seconds left. Kareem's squad does have the ball. They need a 3 right here. Gail Goodrich puts up a contested 2. I mean, he made it, but but it was a foregone conclusion. The OGs 1959 through 73 lost 2 games in the first round, but they do survive. Wow, Bob Pettit carrying 39 and 9. Bob Cousy a triple-double. Yo. Our lone game 7 of round 1 is coming up. An 8 versus 9 matchup. It makes sense. Again, so much parity in our league. We've got 1983 through 86 with Sam Jones, John Havlicek. Interesting team. Oh yeah, against Magic Johnson's top-heavy squad. Way more talent, I would say. Oh, and it's a blowout? Are you kidding me? Magic, James Worthy, and the boys, a 30-point win in game 7. That is very anticlimactic. I mean, I'm trying to make content here, brother. What are you doing? On the left side of our bracket, the 1 and 8 seeds both winning. We did have an upset. No, the Hall of Fame snubs first rounded. No, by that team. 92-93, clearly offended that they were one of only a couple teams I didn't highlight in the intro. They are off to round 2 with a first round upset. All right, Dr. J, Bill Walton, I see you. Also, pour one out. I don't know how, along the lines of Michael Jordan's team missing the playoffs. Kobe, Kevin Garnett, Tim Duncan, they got first rounded in 5 games. Like, they couldn't even make it a series. That is just, I don't know about that one, dude. But 2K is going to do what 2K does. Hopefully we get some clutch finishes here. Only 8 teams remaining, 8 Hall of Fame squads. Who advances? Wow, with the quickness, MVP Oscar Robertson, his squad, 1979, beating that 92-93 team that I've been waxing poetic about. Also, another upset. Hakeem and his 2006 loaded squad. I mean, there's only 6 members. They win in 5 again. I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done a deep dive, but maybe the tighter rotation is actually helping these teams in the playoffs. I mean, this squad not even breaking a sweat, playing just 92 plus overall players. We do have a game 6 upcoming here, 97 through 01. They are up 3-2 on 2021-22. Our lone modern day team still remaining. A lot of Hall of Famers we're familiar with. And once again, an anticlimactic blowout, but forcing a game 7 where hopefully we might get a good finish. We've got another game 6 where the OGs from 1959 through 73, they are down 3-2 to Magic Johnson and the 2. Oh, it's another 6-man rotation. There's definitely something to it. 6-man rotation with like all 90 plus overalls. Yeah, I think they're going to do okay playing 45 plus minutes a night. No injuries, of course. This finish was a bit tighter, but we do have another game 7. Bob Pettit, only 20 points, but a triple-double. He's really the engine of this OG squad. That's interesting. Wow. Okay. From a content perspective, I'm upset because we've got another game 7 that didn't come down to the wire. It wasn't a massive blowout, but it's not a close game. I'm also upset because it's 2021, 2022, our most modern squad remaining that is losing. Oh, 1997 through 2001, though. They were very good, led by Larry Bird. I mean, all these teams are loaded. Will we have 1959 or 2002? Man, that's 2 different eras at work right there in a game 7. And finally, we get a clutch finish in game 7. Magic Johnson 02 through 04. Tie game late with George Mikan 1959 through 73. Oh, they've got 5 white dudes on the floor. Also, a bunch of really short dudes. Clyde Drexler taking advantage. A lot of these teams, their rotations were interesting because some teams super top or super big man heavy. Some teams with a bunch of guards. Yeah, the OGs have like no size, but Bob Pettit, he won an MVP despite his lack of size. That's a nice move inside. Oh my God. No. Coaching disaster class classic 2K. Magic Johnson not on the floor for his team. Clyde putting up, I don't know why he shot that. Magic is not even trying to sub in, and I think foul outs are turned off. This is just classic 2K25. Bob Cousy, that's a lot of space. He bricked it. Oh, that was a good look, Bob. Drazen Petrovic coming off a screen. He's open. Oh, he passes up though. Clyde gonna have to force up a bad shot here. 8 seconds left in the game. Clyde driving. Oh! Clyde Drexler just exploded past Dolph Shays and threw down a vicious dunk. How dare I doubt him in the clutch? No Magic Johnson, no. Of course, Magic checks in now. Classic coaching disaster class. 5 seconds left, 1959 through 73. Bob Cousy, JJ Redick calls through plumber once. Bob Cousy pulls up for 3 at the buzzer, and he just won a series. Unbelievable. And just like that, our final 4 teams, it is our 1, 3, 4, and 10 seed. I can't believe it, dude. I mean, obviously, I knew Hakeem, Dominique. Like, this team is insane. Charles Barkley is their lowest contributor, and he's averaging 10, 9, and 7. I just didn't think with a 6-man rotation they could cook like this. They are taking on 1997 through 01, who do have an 8-man rotation. This is like the Hall of Fame All-Star all-star team from the 1980s, Larry Bird and company. They are much more deep, but are they as good top-end talent-wise? Probably not. That's an awesome matchup. Well, on the other side, 1959 through 73 against 79 through 82. So a couple really old teams. Wilt and the boys going at Bob Cousy just hit the game. Ooh, I love when I make a video like this with all of these legends, and it kind of plays out really well. I'm really fascinated to see how both these series play out. Oh my word. And look at that. We've got a 3-2 series but we could have 2 game 7s here. Let's do it. Up first, 97 versus 06. Hakeem and the boys can clinch their spot in the NBA Finals right here. Oh my goodness. Hakeem, common Hakeem carry job. Am I right, people? He said, hold my 1994 near perfect season. Let me raise you dominating a tournament, a league of only Hall of Famers. I will say Hakeem's, his entire team is contributing here. Patrick Ewing down low. What did Pat win? 6 man of the year. Oh, a step back out of the post, just rubbing it in game 6. That's crazy. But we got to figure out our other series now. 1959 against 1979. Our 2 old teams who's going to represent in the finals. All right. Yeah, this is just an inordinate amount of blowouts in this video. The only thing from keeping this video from being like a certified banger, way too many blowouts, but yeah, Wilt Chamberlain, they did it. Wilt Chamberlain, Oscar Robertson, Jerry Lucas, Jerry West. What a big 4, man. They've got a bench too. Wilt had 35 on 15 of 27 shooting. That is, that's pretty good. Oh, we've got Wilt versus Hakeem. Dude, what a matchup. Oh, wait. Oh, wow. It's game 7. I'm such a casual. I thought the series was over. Okay, sorry, Bob Cousy. You might have a game 7. You might hit another game 7 game winner. Hold on. Oh, nope, never mind. I could have just edited this part out. Yeah, Wilt's team wins anyways, even though I prematurely crowned them. There you go. Into our NBA Finals of Hall of Fame classes, 1979 through 82, taking on 2006 through 2008. During the intro, I featured this team 79 through 82 as one of the most loaded teams on paper. So in this case, I do indeed know ball. And it was easy to see why 5 95 plus overalls plus 3 bench pieces. I also mentioned 06 through 08, but I called them a top heavy team. I doubted whether they would be able to pull this off. Yeah, 6 92 plus overall players. That is good enough. They've got no bench, but apparently it doesn't matter. Look at all that Hall of Fame talent stacked up against each other. Hakeem, Chuck, Dominique. Oh, Wilt, Jerry, Oscar. Yeah, it's so good, man. Oh no, into 3-1 series. Wilt, Jerry, don't go out sad. Wilt and Jerry, they won game 2. Look at that. Jerry West had 38. Oscar 36, 14, and 14. That's why he's the MVP. But in game 3, Dominique and Adrian Dantley just putting in 30 every game. Game 4, it was Dominique, Joe Dumars. It's not even Hakeem carrying the team, man. Can we see a wicked comeback from 1979 through 82? A 3-1 LeBron-style comeback. Somebody's tweeting out the meme of Wilt with the headphones and the sunglasses. Okay, it's a tight one, but they're going to extend this series. We've got life. We've got a game 6. Can we make it happen, man? At least a clutch finish here. Don't let this be a blowout for those Hakeem-led 06 to 08 squad teammates. Ooh, it's not a blowout. It's not, but with 90 seconds left, it's so close to being over. Dude, Wilt and the boys, 1979 through 82. You need stops right here. They're going back to Patrick Ewing. Oh, my word. Patrick Ewing misses, grabs board, and puts it back up. Really, Patrick Ewing? It would be one thing if you let Hakeem close the series out, but don't let Patrick Ewing kill you. Okay, Oscar Robertson, you're the MVP. I just said you were the MVP for a reason, putting up big numbers in the playoffs. Oh, getting clamped by Joe Dumars, though. Joe Dumars, finals MVP for a reason, gets the stop. They are going back to Patrick Ewing, who has a mismatch on Oscar Robertson over a double team. No, Wilt was there. Wilt doesn't grab. Oh my gosh. It's a Patrick Ewing clutch masterclass, dude. Out of all the Hall of Famers in this video, and even in this game, this NBA Finals, Patrick Ewing is the one that he just won it. He just won this. Like Joe Dumars again. Oh, big O getting exposed in the clutch. I thought we were getting an epic finish in game 6, but not meant to be. I thought we'd have a game 7 forced. It doesn't even come right down to the final buzzer. No, sir. Finally, Hakeem Olajuwon in this series had a massive game, 36, 6, and 5, but low-key, not even low-key, high-key, Patrick Ewing backpacked in the clutch. 2K glitched and didn't give us a trophy celebration for some reason, but yes, after putting 20 different teams full of Hall of Fame classes into one league, it's 2006 through 2008 that walks away champs. Joe Dumars with his 2nd career finals MVP. What? But I'm honestly shocked. I did not see that coming. Go ahead, Joe. Cook. Yep. One more look at the roster that won it all. I don't know if having only 6 players was a big big advantage. Maybe it's just the fact that they were so freaking good like that. Yep, that's probably the difference. Let me know down below if you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun. I wasn't able to make one team per Hall of Fame class, so joining them like that worked out pretty well. Let me know what you thought of it down below. Drop a thumbs up and check out another video from here on my channel.